Good afternoon and welcome to GSMS News, coming to you live from our studio in GSMS Africa, Kano, Nigeria. Today, Tuesday, being the 27th January 2026, which is equivalent to 8 Shaban 1447 after Hijrah. I am Hamza Douda Adamu with the news. First, the news headlines. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf officially defects to APC. AVM Ibrahim Umar retired and 4 others quit over Yusuf APC move. Military uncovers illegal arms manufacturing site in Nasarawa State. And now the news in details. The governor of Kano State, Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf, has reiterated his commitment to delivering meaningful development across the state. The governor made this known during a ceremony marking his return to the All Progressive Congress APC held at the Coronation Hall inside the Kano State Government House. It will be recalled that last Friday, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf announced his resignation from the New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP), citing internal crisis and lack of harmony within the party. Speaking at the event, the governor said his priority at this time is the development of Kano State, stressing that political loyalty should not stand in the way of progress and good governance. However, he explained that his decision to rejoin the APC was aimed at strengthening cooperation with the federal government in order to attract more development projects, improve security, boost the economy, and create job opportunities for the youth. Therefore, the defection ceremony attracted a large crowd of supporters and party faithful, including the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barau Jibrin, former Kano State Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and other top leaders of the APC. Air Vice Marshal Ibrahim Umar retired has resigned his appointment as the Kano State Commissioner for Internal Security and Special Services. The resignation was contained in a letter dated January 26, 2026 and addressed to Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf through the Secretary to the State Government. In the letter, the retired Air Force officer expressed appreciation to the Governor for the confidence reposed in him. He recalled that he was first appointed as the Director General of the Special Services Directorate in June 2023 before being elevated to the position of the Commissioner. However, Umaru explained that his decision to resign was informed by recent political development, which he said it made necessary for him to step aside in the best interest of the state and the administration. Therefore, he noted that his services in government was guided by the ideals of the Konkosia movement led by Kano State former Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, which he described as a movement founded on justice, discipline, and service to the people. Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Special Duties, Nasiru Sulengaro, has also resigned his appointment. Other government officials who have stepped down include Mustafa Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso of the Ministry of Youth Development, Yusuf Kofar Mata of the Ministry of Science and Technology, and the Director General of the Kano State Pilgrims Welfare Board, Alhaji Lamino Rabiu, among others. The immediate past national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has assured Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of the victory in the 2027 governorship election. Pledging the party's full support for his second-term bid, Ganduje gave the assurance in Kano while formally welcoming Governor Yusuf back into the APC, describing his return as historic and mutually beneficial to both the party and Kano State. However, he said the governor's return amounted to a political homecoming, recalling that Yusuf was among the early members of the APC before leaving the party due to political disagreement and subsequent realignment. Therefore, the former Kano State governor described Abba Kabir Yusuf as a progressive leader whose political outlook, leadership style, and the position align with the core ideology of the APC. Meanwhile, Ganduje further stated that, in line with the party's tradition and constitution, Governor Yusuf automatically assumes the position of the leader of the APC in Kano State. He also assured the governor of fairness and inclusiveness within the party, expressing confidence that the APC will achieve sweeping victory in future elections across the state. You are still watching to GSMS News. Stay tuned as we come back shortly. Welcome back. Fire outbreaks claim 2 lives and destroy property valued at 1.59 billion naira in Bauchi State between January and December 2025, as the Federal Fire Service disclosed. The public relations officer of the Bauchi State Command of the service, Umar Lawan, made this known in a report released to journalists in Bauchi. According to Lawal, the command responded to a total of 167 fire incidents during the period under review, which about 4 lives were rescued, while property worth 2.86 billion naira was saved from the destruction. However, he said the fire incident affected public and government buildings, private resident houses, educational institutions, market, petrol and gas station, as well as vehicles across the state. Therefore, at the process of providing a breakdown of the incident, Loan stated that 10 fires occurred in public and government buildings, leading to the loss of property valued at 23 million naira, while assets worth 855.1 million naira were successfully salvaged. Meanwhile, he added that 80 fire outbreaks were recovered in private residences, resulting in the destruction of property valued at 605 million naira, while property worth 1.4 billion naira was saved. Troops of the Joint Task Force Operation Wild Stroke, operating across Benue, Taraba and Nasarawa State, have uncovered an illegal arm manufacturing facility in Agwatashi Doma local government area of Nasarawa State. The discovery was made on Monday during a fighting and confidence-building patrol by troops of Sector 2 deployed at the Forward Operation Base Idadu as part of sustained operations to deny criminal elements freedom of action in the area. In a statement issued in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, the acting media information officer of the JTF, Lieutenant Ahmed Zubairu, said the location was concealed and suspected to be used for the illegal production of firearms. However, Zubairu explained that several suspects fled the scene upon sighting the patrol team. Therefore, one suspect, identified as Baba Oga, a 26-year-old from Arusu village in Kokona local government area of Nasarawa State, was arrested while attempting to evade capture by hiding on top of a tree. According to the statement, a search of the site led to the recovery of 6 locally fabricated pistols, assorted tools and equipment used in the production of firearms, 40,500 naira in cash and a mobile phone found on the suspect. Meanwhile, preliminary investigations revealed that the facility served as an illegal arms factory, supplying weapons to the criminal elements within and outside the area, which the suspect is currently in custody, while efforts have been intensified to apprehend other accomplices who escaped. Now we move to the foreign news. The renewed fighting in South Sudan has displaced more than 180,000 people as the country's fragile peace shows signs of collapse. Witnesses said civilians have been forced to flee into swamps to escape the violence, amid reports of the indiscriminate use of barrel bombs in the latest clashes. South Sudan, the world's youngest nation, has struggled with conflict, widespread poverty, and deep-rooted corruption since gaining independence in 2011. Violence is once again escalating between rival factions, with the latest fighting concentrated in Jonglei State, north of the capital Juba. However, a resident of Duke County described heavy clashes last week after opposition forces briefly took control of the area before being pushed out by the government troops. Although the viral forces have clashed several times over the past year, the most sustained and intense fighting began in late December, particularly in Jonglei State. To end the news, a recap of the major items. You have heard that Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf officially defects to APC. Also, you heard that AVM Ibrahim Umar retired and 4 others quit over Yusuf's APC move. You also heard that military uncovers illegal arms manufacturing site in Nasarawa State. This news comes to you live from our studio. at GCMS Africa Kano. You can also follow us through our social media handles at GCMS Africa or through our streaming platform at GCMS On Streaming or GCMS Radio Garden. Once again, I'm Hamza Dauda Adamu saying goodbye for now.